bunch of people have been asking me to do like an updated settings video because I haven't done one in a long time. So let's do it. So head into the options. So for squad privacy, got invite only. I don't think you could change this anymore. Pings are on. I don't like the display performance metrics. I do want this connectivity feedback so you know where you're lagging. I used to go with the white, but I'm switched to the dark, and I'm kind of getting used to it now, especially with an OLED monitor. It dims the monitor anyways when you get flashbang. So supposedly people claim that your screen reappears faster, so I've been using the dark on that one. Diffuser pickup, I always do this on both in case I want to run over the bomb or if I want to like long arm grab it. That's kind of why I do it. Visible throw trajectory, I've gotten super used to this now. It used to kind of mess me up a little bit here and there from time to time, but I've gotten completely used to it now, and it's amazing how you could throw C4s through like a tiny little like crack basically. Drone phase after prep, manual if my drone's driving away. I don't want it getting shot, obviously. Match replay, sure. I want to see that if people are you know, if people are cheating, I want to be able to go back and watch it. Or if I just want to see how someone did something. I turn off every type of communication in the game. So text channels disabled, crossplay communication off, crossplay matchmaking. The only crossplay that there is here is with Amazon Luna. There's no crossplay with like console. So it's only Amazon Luna, which is like a cloud gaming service. They used to have Google Stadia, but Google Stadia is gone. So yeah. HUD, I have a custom preset, so the compass is on. I like to see where I'm going, but I like the simplified one, not the advanced one. Current location, this is nice, so you know what room you're in. You can call it, you know. Location pings on, contextual pings, opponent pings, objective marker pings, elimination markers, and ping locations. I like to have all the information. I like to see my loadout inputs. I only do the number for health. It's actually hidden behind where my camera is, so you guys normally don't see that. Status effects I like seeing. Stance, so if I'm crouching, standing, if I'm in a weird spot like on a hill or something like that, I'm like, am I actually standing or crouching or whatever. Down but on out timer, like to see how, you know, I'm gonna die. Critical warnings if you're detected outside, things of that nature. I only do like I do default for this, but I don't like the diffuser reminder because it's in the middle of your screen, and I like the opacity to be really low so that if something is there, it doesn't like super noticeable. There's the action bar duration, which shows like if you're completing like reinforcing a wall, it shows you your progress. I like knowing. Reload reminder, don't need it. Actually, I probably do need this one. I probably do need this one. I'm gonna turn this on actually. The amount of times that I've been like, because of the new like 1 bullet reload thing, like the partial reload, I'm actually turning that on. The amount of times, dude, that has happened. Anyway, crosshair obviously on. I like seeing it. The reticle, observation row, grenade indicator, threat indicator. If you're getting grenaded, you want to know. The threat indicator is when someone's like bullets are shooting by you. You get like that kind of like ping thing around you. Doesn't work with silencers though. Hit indicator, so if you're getting hit, right? Kill confirmations. You know, you like to know when you kill somebody. Little hit marker. And hit confirmation. If you like injure a teammate, destroy a device, all that kind of stuff. For the environment, for the device area, this is nice. So if you're putting down like a Cade claw, or it shows you what your claw affects the area when you put it down. Objective markers, the bombs, you definitely want this. Pings for yourself, pings for opponents and stuff like that. The rim light, this actually doesn't even really work, to be honest, but they should buff this a lot, or maybe make it so you could turn the opacity up on it. Like to see teammate outlines so I don't shoot people through the wall, and teammate icons. I do turn the usernames off though because they're just like bulky, and I use streamer mode anyway. Match header, that's the top of the screen. It shows the amount, your opponents and stuff. Reinforcements that you can see. The diffuser timer is up there. Match timer, round number, match updates, which is that's the kill feed in the upper right hand corner. I turn off the bans. It's also why I was never affected by like the chicken update thing. Score updates in match feedback. When you destroy drones, like there's a drone counter. The versus update. I don't like when it shows every single time you kill somebody. It's just annoying to me. Gameplay warnings. It's like when it says like you can't reinforce something. I don't really need to know that. I just spam it. I don't like operator cards on. Turn on the observation panel in case I'm going through things. Voice chat indicator. If I have voice chat on, I like to know who's talking. And the operator guides. I don't know. I don't really need these on, but they don't really affect anything. It doesn't show in game. Obviously English. I don't use subtitles. I use hi-fi for sound. So the reason I use it is that hi-fi is supposed to be the least compressed. It's supposed to have the most clarity, essentially. I don't know. It's loud, but I feel like I have pretty good sound awareness in the game. And I've used the other two modes. I don't like them as much. It's all personal preference anyway. 70/70 for volume. In-game music is off. Menu sound effects 70. Menu music is off. The voiceover, which is the 10 seconds or whatever, I don't know, the guy calling out bomb, he like calls all the stuff out in the game. I put it on 50. Oh, hold on. I actually kind of want to turn this off. Whatever, we can leave them all on, I guess. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I didn't even know they added this option. Kind of cool. High quality voiceover. You can turn the in-game announcer on and off. I mean, I think it's kind of nice. It tells you like time remaining and stuff. Sometimes it can be annoying though. Stereo. I use mute on and focus. It's fine. These are my default audio devices. I use voice meter so that you guys can hear me on my PC. I turn voice chat off, but I turned my own chat on to 100. So if I want to talk to teammates or something, I could do that. And that's the input sensitivity. So I can't hear people, but I do give calls in game. Graphics card. I have two monitors, but this is my main monitor with the capture card. I play on 1440p, full screen, 240 hertz, 16:9, VSync off. I don't want an FPS limit. I don't want widescreen. I use 90 field of view, full HUD display, full menu area, and my brightness is at 55. For the graphics, this should be on, but it got turned off because I had an update for NVIDIA. I actually just did it, so that should normally be on. I don't use the flash indicator. Some people like to do it. I don't, but I like this to be on with boost. I don't know. It increases GPU power draw. Whatever. I use custom settings for the graphics though. Very high. I don't think this really does much of a difference on your FPS, but it looks a lot better. LOD quality is ultra because sometimes when people are really far away, if you have it on very high, people's heads, part of them might kind of like disappear. If it's on like lower settings, you definitely want this on ultra. Shading quality, I use high, very high. Shadow quality, reflection quality, high. VFX, very high. Ambient inclusion, I turn it off. Lens effect, off. Zoom and depth of field, off. So pretty much what like they are for the zoom and depth of field, that's when your like peripheral vision gets blurry. Obviously, that's annoying. This is like the softening of stuff on the side that is super loud. There is, I guess I could just mute this for a sec. I don't even know what this is. I'm just keeping this off. I don't know what it is. I don't have an AMD card, so these are not relevant. Anti-aliasing, I turn it off, and the scaling is at 0 because it's off. Render scaling's off. Sharpness is off. For my controls, I use raw mouse input. I think it's important. It feels a lot better to me personally. Also remember, so I use for my mouse as well, I use 800 DPI but at 2000 polling rate. And if you want to see my setup and stuff like that, you could type exclamation point setup. There's a setup video there, all that kind of stuff. If you're seeing this on YouTube later, it should be in the description. Obviously don't have look inversion. I use for sensitivity 1515, and I set custom sensitivity to advanced for everything. So I use 16, 28, 29, 29, 44. So this is my Kali one, which everyone always asks about. Mouse scroll, I do enable it. I don't really use it. I use 1 and 2, but it's nice to have it. Sometimes if I'm like doing extra tasks to have it there. Sometimes it does screw you over though. I use advanced gadget deployment, so I can pull a gadget off when needed. Drone deployment advanced, so if I throw a drone, so if you have it on standard, you throw a drone, you immediately get on the drone. If you have it on advanced, you throw the drone, and then you have to click a key to go on the drone. So you always want that on advanced, in my opinion. I use toggle aim for pretty much every other game. I actually use hold, but for Siege I use toggle because I hold a lot of long angles. Lean is on toggle, sprint is on hold, crouching is on toggle, prone is on toggle, walk I hold, and these are the custom controls here for text chat. I don't really change much through here. Text chat for team and all, I changed to Y and U because that's what it is in Counter-Strike, and I came from Counter-Strike. I never have really used text chat in this game, frankly, though. Here's all the controls. I pretty much have everything on default. I'll try to go over if anything's different. For my primary gadget, I did switch it to mouse 4 instead of, I think it's like, I don't know what key it is by default, but I switched it to mouse 4. I like it more there. I think all the rest of this is like pretty default. These are the observation controls. I use caps lock for push to talk just because of convenience. I don't think I changed anything else though, honestly. I use pretty default controls in this respect. Someone was asking why I play on higher settings and stuff. I play on high settings because it looks good and I have a good enough graphics card. I don't use a controller, but I mean, if I did, these are my options, I guess. I don't use it. I've never set these settings, so I don't actually know. But I mean, if people are curious about them, I'll scroll through them. Why not? Really quick. You can pause if you want to. Okay, so I obviously don't use a controller. For privacy settings, I just make a random nickname every day. Currently, it's that one. I'm going to change it, obviously, but I put a random nickname when I'm in Siege. This is appear as you, so when I click tab on the scoreboard, you guys see me appearing as you. I hide my avatar. I rename all other players to random names. That's why you see them in NATO phonetic alphabet names. I put a hidden matchmaking delay on sometimes I don't. Sometimes, I don't know. I mix this up all the time, but different. Hide commendations, hide region. So, and then I have friend requests and everything else off too. So pretty much try to max it out so that hopefully get a little bit less stream sniping. For accessibility, I have it on custom. I use a turquoise optic color. Passies at 100. I hate screen shake. Turn it off. Stun effects, dark. I like my team being blue, the enemy team being red. I don't know, that's what I'm used to. Text chat, off, obviously. Otherwise, you get like the text-to-speech. All the rest of that, yeah, it's transparent background. I don't use text chat, but I mean, there's the settings. And that's pretty much it. If you want to see my setup and specs and stuff, like I said, should be in the description. ! setup. If you're in Twitch chat right now, and that's pretty much it. Let me turn down Discord so that when I unmute, I don't get brutally deafened. But that's all my settings. People were asking about them.